Hello everybody, welcome back again to the another new video. So in this video, we're gonna learn about firewall. So basically what a firewall is and how it basically works and what is the purpose of it in cybersecurity market. So we'll explain in this video. So if you are new in this channel, then make sure to subscribe our channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And if you like the content, then don't forget to hit the like button also. So let us get started. So at first we're gonna see what is a firewall. From this image, you can see that firewall basically security device, which basically separates the internal network to the public network. In the another way, you can say firewall is a type of device or a type of software which basically used for securing purpose or to provide security to the network. It basically acts as a barrier, or you can say as a layer between the internal private network and the public outside public network. So let us more and let us understand it more by providing a simple example over here. You can say here there is a image where here is a public network and here is an internal network. Imagine that you have a company over here, and inside your company you have too many networks and too many employees who are working on their workstation or their desktop environment. In this case, the external threats or viruses from the public network can affect to the internal computers on the company. So in this case, what happened, a firewall is placed on middle of the network from the public network to the internal company's network to protect their assets such as computers, servers, and etc. A firewall inspect every incoming network packet and outgoing network packet to detect suspicious activity and malicious files, to examine the network and to prevent threats from occurring. Here, firewall act as a barrier, or you can say as a layer between the outside network and the internal private network. So let us now see what are the types of firewall available in the security market. There is a hardware firewall and another is a software firewall. Hardware firewall is a type of firewall which is a hardware device which is placed on the middle of the network to the outside network and from the inside network. So basically, it is a which is situated inside the middle of the network to protect against threat. And the software firewall is another side, is something like is a software based firewall which is written in a set of block of code which you see such as Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel in your Windows device or Windows laptop. As like that, the software firewall is a kind of software application which is installed on a specific host, or you can say in a specific computer, to prevent from suspicious threats. But divided into two categories, which is host based and a network based firewall. So let us now see what a host based firewall is. So basically, a host based firewall is a kind of firewall which is situated on a single host. That means if you have a host based firewall on your computer, then that's prevent unauthorized access or suspicious activity, or you can say from the threats, only to your computer, not any other computer on the network. But if you have a network firewall installed on, then it protect to all over the network or all over the devices present out the network. Basic difference between the host based firewall and a network based firewall, that the host based firewall has some limitation that it can only protect or only give protection to the specific host on which it is installed on. And the another side, the network based firewall, which provide security to all over the network. Inside the network, every device are protected by that firewall. So let us now see different types of software based firewall out there. So if we categorize the software based firewall, then there are various category out there. First one, software based firewall, is you can say ring firewall, or you can say that stateless firewall. The packet filtering firewall are usually part of a router firewall which permits or deny traffic based on the layer 3 and the layer 4 information. Here the layer 3 and the layer 4 is the OSI models layer 3 and layer 4, which is the transport layer and the network layer. It basically works on a specific predefined set of rules. For example, by checking the source IP address and destination IP address, port number, and like this. Examples of the stateless firewall includes, for example, you can consider a SMTP server listen on port 25 by default. Now an administrator can block the traffic from a specific computer to this port by setting a specific firewall rule. So here it basically how it work, the stateless firewall, the working of a stateless firewall. Here it is. Second one is the stateful firewall. So basically a stateful firewall, it keeps tracks of the state of active connection and makes a decision based on the connected of the traffic, such as the connection state and the previously allowed packets. It also analyzes traffic at OSI model layer 4 and layer 5. It requires more resources which can degrade the performance. It is the part of a dynamic action basically. So the stateful firewall inspect the packets or the network packet dynamically, so it consume more resources than a stateless firewall, so it's not more cost effective. Number 3, application gateway firewall, or you can say proxy firewall. So basically these kinds of firewall are generally software based. It acts as a intermediary server between the client and the backend server. It mainly works at application layer and also works on network layer, transport layer and session layer. It basically provides a deep protection on the application layer, as HTTP, FTP and etc., as it is an application gateway or an application level firewall, so it basically provides the security over the application layer protocols. If there is a malicious traffic coming to the internal network by through the HTTP request, then it basically blocks that specific request. So number generation firewall, or you can say it's a next level security to the network. It basically includes feature of traditional firewall and deep packet inspection, intrusion prevention and application awareness. So it provides a high level of security by analyzing traffic at the application level and detecting complex threat. So the high capability firewall, which provide threats from the malicious actors and malwares such as zero-day attacks and also very suspicious events. Another kind of firewall is a transparent firewall, which basically filter IP traffic between a pair of bridge interfaces. These kinds of firewalls, such as transparent firewall, work on a network by without alerting or without altering the network configuration or without affecting directly to the network. So now the last category of firewall is the hybrid firewall. It is the combination of various types of firewall. For example, stateful firewall within an application gateway firewall within an application inspection firewall. A hybrid firewall is a combination of all kind of firewall and provide a robust security to the network. But it has a disadvantages, which is it is more complex to configure on a network and it is high cost. Described all the different types of firewall out there present in the security market, such as software based firewall to hardware based firewall and host based firewall to the network based firewall. So now at the last of the video, I will gonna show you a quick example of a host based firewall. So I assume that you all have a Windows computer system on your laptop or on your PC. So let us now see what a host based firewall look like or how it is work. So if you have a Windows computer, then you might have seen that there is a Windows security, or you can say a Windows Defender application on it. Then you can see, and this is the Windows by default firewall which is installed on every Windows host. best example of host-based firewall. It basically give protection to your computer or to your host. So basically it is the antivirus solution, and inside this there is an option in third column, third row. Here it is the firewall and network protection. If you click on it, then you can see here is the firewall and network connection, and it provides the network security to both the domain network, private network and public network. And access the advanced setting Defender Firewall, which is present here. Here you can set your own custom rules or for the all inbound traffic and outbound traffic, and monitor suspicious activity which is occurring on your network to prevent threats. Now at the end of this video, you have understood now what a firewall is and what are the types of firewall out there and how it basically works in a network to provide security. If you want more detailed video in these topics such as Windows Defender Firewall, how to configure a Windows Defender Firewall, and how to access its advanced setting by configuring custom rules or etc., then just comment down below. I will make a separate video on it. So now if you enjoyed this video and if you think it's really helpful and informative and knowledgeable, then don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. And make sure to subscribe the channel for more such content. That's it for this video. Till then, take care.